Now, I would like to show you an example of how strategy and luck can interact and will interact during a game of Warriors of God, especially when it comes to rolling the leader's deaths at the end of a turn. That may completely change what you have planned to do. You will really have to improvise and revise your plans and make do with whatever happens then. I'm going to show you an example coming from actual files from an actual game that I am playing by email. If you're not familiar with this system, basically you download the file with the game, you execute your moves, you roll your dice, everything is recorded there, then you save it, you send it to your opponent, the opponent will play his moves, send you back the file, and so on and so forth. Which is also good because it allows you then to replay your moves, see what you did right, see what you did wrong, cry over spilled milk, that sort of thing. So let's see what's happening here. I am the English player, so I have this pink, salmon, orange type of color counters here. We are at the end of turn 6 and we're going to receive several leaders for this turn. And I feel pretty confident about my situation on the board. I have a good plan figured out, I have a good strategical position. I have a pretty powerful noble there in Scotland who is going to defend that area, so I'm not going to be afraid of attacks against England coming from the north. So taking advantage of that, I am gathering troops here. I'm planning when I receive my leaders to give them a powerful leader, make a very strong army, and what I'm gonna do with that army, well, we'll see it in a second. Here in northern France, my situation also looks fairly stable, fairly good. Actually, as you can see here, I have a pretty strong line of defense. I have 2 aristocrats here in Picardy, 2 other nobles here in Normandy, another one here in Brittany. As you can see, there are a lot of French troops that are amassing here in central France, but with this strong line that I have here, I don't think they're going to attempt to try to go across and attack England anytime soon. So my nobles here in northern France can hold their position. My idea is I'm going to give these people a powerful leader. Then we're going to move south here and we're going to attack Flanders, where now there is a French noble. Flanders is an extremely profitable land, so if I can take it away from the French, it's going to help me a lot. We move south, and again, I feel pretty comfortable here. Here I have in the south several lands that I don't have anybody in them, but I have again a good defense here. The guy from Brittany, and these are the guys here that can intervene in case this French guy here decides to be brave and to attack my lands there. They cannot converge against them, and that would make it an extremely unwise decision for him if he decides to attack there. 2 versus 1, I'm not particularly afraid of this guy either. So that gives me some freedom. I have some things happening here in the south. So I think I'll also gather some troops there, maybe send the leader down there, so that just in case we can open a second front in the south, try to conquer these lands of the French, and just to distract the French in the south a little bit while I am executing my main attack here in the north. As you can see, I have my plan. I'm very happy, I'm very comfortable and confident, but then I have to roll at the end of the turn to see which of my leaders are gonna die and which ones are actually gonna be available next turn. So I start from the north, I roll there, the Scottish guy, very important for me, for my strategy, and what do you know, we roll the die and boom, he dies, just like that, out of the game for all purposes. As you can see, you have a chart here that tells you according to when the leaders enter, like they enter the first turn, the second turn, the third turn, then each turn they have increasing odds of dying of illness or old age. He wasn't very old. I expected him to live much longer. And it's gonna be problematic for me, because I know that the French player is gonna bring in some powerful noble there, assign him those troops, and now I'll have to worry about defending the north of England. Then I keep rolling, and I hope, well, let's hope that my people are gonna survive. It can't be always that bad. And of course, it is. That guy who was there, I rolled for him, and he's gone too. Now, my line in northern France is growing thinner and thinner, but let's see what happens next. This guy here, I rolled for him. Actually, I just misread the result. He should have died, so actually, in this file, he didn't die, but later, we did rectify the situation, so in actual game, he died, so I'm going to eliminate him, just to show you what the actual situation was there. We keep rolling. More people are gonna roll, and more people are going to meet their maker. That guy who was there in Normandy is gone. So see, I had like 4 leaders here, and now look at the situation. I have just this guy here who's still there surviving, and looking all scared against this like huge army here. Then I keep going south, and I roll for the other leaders. Some people survive, but not everyone. This guy who was here, again, he is gone. I roll for other people. Luckily enough, pretty much everybody else survives, but now my situation looks very grim. Not as good as it was before. The northern side here is completely open to attacks. This area can't defend, it can't hold my position anymore. I'm afraid that an attack here is gonna be happen, and that would be pretty devastating for me. So now I'm gonna show you what happened next, which is basically the next file. After my enemy, I would say my opponent, executed his moves, placed his leaders, and after I placed mine, again, according to the situation that had completely changed. And here we go. Now my opponent placed there, as I suspected, a pretty powerful leader. Now I did get to build the army, the powerful army with a powerful leader down there in England, just like I had planned. Problem is, I'm not going to be able to use it the way I want it. Now, it would be not a good idea for me to go south and attack Flanders when there is then that Scottish noble up there that can just move down and take control of England. So basically now I'm going to have to waste my powerful army just to get rid of that annoying guy up there. And it may take me longer than I thought originally. So by the time this guy is done cleaning up the northern border, maybe he will be too old, he will die of old age, and we'll be back to square one. The north now, northern France now looks pretty empty because I only have other 2 leaders that I can place, and I don't think in any case I would be able to put up a good defense in case the French decide to attack north. So what I decided to do instead, I concentrated my new nobles down in the south, down there, with the hope that, where are they? There we go. Basically, just to distract the French player. As I said, I don't think I can defend the north if he decides to attack it. So what I decided to do, I'm just gonna gather some leaders here. I'm gonna attack these areas, which are pretty empty. I'm hoping that this will distract the French enough that it will start bringing people down instead of up, but I do not know. I may end up losing England because that's not a problem. I go north to catch that guy there. I go north with my leader here. With my leader here, I go north to catch the Scottish guy. Again, and then the French king is just gonna move up and take England from me. Now, just defending what I have is gonna be extremely difficult. Expanding, hard and dangerous. I'm still gonna try to attack this area, but just as a desperate measure, not anymore as the successful final result of a great strategy, etc., etc. Lag has completely destroyed my strategy. I have to improvise from here. I don't know yet what's gonna happen, because actually this is the last file that I have in this game. I'll probably let you know in the future what happened, but of course if it's too shameful, then yeah, no, that's probably you're never gonna know anything about this.